And hello again, Internet. Well, my apologies. As you can see, this is not Magna Carta. There's a few reasons for that. Unfortunately, I've been fairly busy this week. Real life has to take priority over this hobby of mine of doing the streaming. I am trying to make more time for the streaming, but it's kind of hectic around here. I got family coming over before long, so I'm trying to get everything ready to go. And I can't do a full stream today because I have something to take care of this afternoon. So instead of doing a couple hours of Magna Carta, I decided it's a great time to do another draft, and I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing SolForge as well, but I still want this game to get more attention, even though I'm such a small channel, I'm not going to get it any more attention. I really do want this game to succeed. It's struggling, and it needs help, and I want to help it only way I can. So, as you see, I've got 8 tickets here. We're going to go ahead and go through a tournament, draft again. And I am mostly going to be doing some rare drafting because, yeah, I want rare cards for things. In fact, right off the bat, look, we have one legendary among all the heroics. I'm taking the legendary. When it deals battle damage in your turn, each friendly creature gets health and attack. Well, that's nice. It happens only during my turn, not during the opponent's turn. So the other ones here are, as you see, the Gamma, Forge Guardian. Forge Guardians look fun, not very effective. We have the opposing creature has poison, not really one of my favorites. Leyline Tyrant. When the enemy player gains health, spawn a copy of this. There's another Ambusher. When the enemy creature dies of poison on their turn, spawn a copy. Poison's kind of hard, although I've seen a lot of people use this. And I do like the Shard Plate Graft here. Give a friendly creature +2/+2. And from that point on, at the start of the turn, as long as that creature's alive, it gets the health. But again, legendary. I'm going to take the rare draft. Alright, now I got to choose what side I want to be. If I want to try to do... If I want to wait a turn and see what else pops up, or if I want to go with one of these two factions, Alloin or Tempest. And Tempest is usually a lot of fun, but I think I'm going to stick with Alloin. What do we have here? Give a creature -4 attack. This is why. The discard and level up a spell. That's just generally really powerful. Especially if you can get some good stuff. Alright, what do we have here? This guy gets armor if you're powered up with him. So I'm going to do that since I am actually forged with him. And it's a good time to try to do that. Okay, what do we have here? I can put a seedling in an adjacent space. That's actually a good one. This thing gets pretty strong if it's in the middle row. And this one, I can give a friendly creature with armor. So the creature has to already have armor. I think I'm going to take the pilot. No. You know, the seedlings really aren't that good either. So I'm going to take the pilot because he can get pretty strong. She can. What we have here is just a generic plant, which starts strong but isn't very good. And this one, which when I gain health, I spawn a seedling. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so now I kind of want things to give me some health, but of course Jetpack is always a fun one. +3 attack and mobility. Give a creature minus attack, or give a creature some armor, some poison stuff here. Give a creature some health and attack. If more of them, give an addition. So raid, give it an additional. You know what? I'm actually going to give that boost because that can help a lot. Oh, rare draft. I'm going to take the heroic, but let's see what else there was. The grapple vine, negate mobility, basic creature. While it has armor, so I have to grant it armor, but this does give armor to something it's in the center space. But I'm going to take the Tinker here. Not because it's particularly good for me. At the end of the enemy's player's turn, replace it with a copy of a random robot from your deck, but because it's rare, and I'm going to want to sell it later. Alright, what do we have here? This thing gives me health. So I'm going to take the health one, most likely. Deal 4 damage to an enemy with mobility. Give something attack and health, which is, again, useful. But I want something that's going to give me health in order to try to hit the Grove Keeper here. And again, here's some more health. More health. I'm going to take this health, the one when it dies. And I'm going to go for the Electro Net, because, I mean, this gives something, it increases something's power. I rarely ever see this thing actually work. But the Electro Net can help shut down an enemy. Nano Swarm, one of my absolute favorites because it weakens an ability, or weakens a hero, weakens an opponent's creature and removes abilities from it. So that's good to negate all kinds of trickery. What have we here? Aegis Wings is a great one because you can give it mobility and increase the strength. You can put a raptor into play. This is kind of fun too because you get the Spore Torrent for your hand, and hey, free spells are free spells. We got more Forge Guardians. Oh, this is actually a fairly tough choice. I'm going to go with the Aegis Wings because of the armor, the mobility, and such. We have the Vine again. We have the Metamind Explorer, the Matrix Warden, or the Mauler. I'll give something 3 attack when it comes into play. Oh, here we got rare, and I like this card a lot, so we're going to take the Stygian Lotus. Don't even care what the other two are. Palladium Hive Mind. Each enemy creature gets minus. Yes, let's do that. And we play, look, more Forge Guardians. Of course, you need a lot of these for that to be any good whatsoever. You're the one that gains health when you die. I'll take it. Again, I'm probably not doing very well. Oh, hey, check it out. Photobomb. Rare draft. This just drops a 1/1 seedling in every spot. Can be very useful. Tower Cannoneer. Each friendly defender don't have any. Deal 4 damage to creatures with mobility. Just a bear. Just a Metamind. Let's try to remove my opponent's mobility just in case they have any. Here's some life gain. I'll grab the life. No, or Technosmith. But I don't think I have anything that really needs to be that high level so quickly. An Infiltrator, it can get Breakthrough, which would actually be fairly useful. So we'll do that because I have a lot of things that power something up. And what do we have here? Ooh, what are you? Negate armor from an enemy creature. That can be useful, but the Pummel Pack. The Pummel Pack is just too nice. If it's the only friendly creature, it gets even more. So that gets armor and health. Very useful in draft. Give a creature in a center space. And the thing about this one, it becomes free after the first cast. So that's important. What do we have here? Give a friendly creature +10 attack. If it's in a formation, give it attack. That can be very useful. However, we have this dude again. Another Lotus. Amazing. Love the Lotus. And we'll, between negate mobility, which can be useful against certain decks, and the give something strength, I'll give something strength. Because I'm dumb. Alright, last batch of cards. What do we have here? Nexus Overwatch, the Armory. Let's do the Armory. Let's get some. Oh, wait, what's this guy do? Remove all ability. Yeah, no. Ooh, you're the one that just summons a couple wolves, but then you go away out of my hand, which is useful. So we'll wait. What do we have here, though? Just Breakthrough, nothing special, not particularly strong. This one has Raid and can poison the enemy. I'm actually going to try that because poisoning the enemy, it's useful. Oh, hey, we got another rare draft. We're going to take that. Poisoning the enemy is useful. That one's really hard to pull off for me, to be honest. When the enemy player plays their second turn, that player just, oh, good. This shuts down the stuff that, like, free spells and all that. Oh, hey, look, another heroic. It's just a killer bee, which can be used to poison the enemy. But, yeah, why not? And another one! Awesome. So there, we've got some ways to poison the enemy. We've got some armor. We've got various things. This deck doesn't particularly look that great. Although it'll be good to sell the cards later. Hey, you're going to go ahead and queue up and see what happens. And I will try to narrate the epic battles as they ensue. After we sit here and twiddle the thumbs for a while. And we'll, you know, while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and browse the store. Boosters still fairly expensive. You can see how much the gold costs to buy. Which, again, when I tell the price of things, I always use the lowest amount, not the highest amount. Because, as you can see here, this would be a bit more. You actually don't get all that much over here, to be entirely honest. Because, I mean, here, this is 1,300, would be 2,600, so you get an extra 150 here. You only get an extra 100 off of that. You don't. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of bonus on this side, because it'd only be 1,500, it looks like. Yeah. Huh. So the difference is between $1,300 and $1,500 per $5. Oh, hey, our match is on. Let's do this. I've not tried to actually commentate the match itself. I've just talked about my thought processes, but we're going to go ahead and drop a killer bee onto the playing field. This buzzing, stinging insect will hopefully do something. Something useful. Could poison the enemy right away. We'll find out. I am not a very good commentator, obviously. I'm still just doing what, well, this is what I think I'm going to play. This is what I think I'm going to play. Viking King is thinking. How is he going to counter this killer bee? This lowly 1/1 creature that anything can take out. With a Cloud Reaver Titan that can also move around. Is that all that it does? When it's unopposed, it gets +2 attack. So otherwise it's a 4/2, but right now it's a 6/2, and it can move around. So that's meant to just hurt the player. That is a player killer. And as you see, they drop this down to power up a card and, well, try to block the bee. However, the bee is going to do this. The Lotus is going to drop here, and with any luck, put the other one there. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And I am actually going to... Wow. This would actually be useful. I think I'm going to Nano Swarm it instead, though, to give it 0 health, remove its mobility. You ain't doing nothing now. And boom, 1 poison counter. So, the Stygian Lotus has done its job properly this time. It loaded the field with copies. It is a blocker. It is damage. And it's going to kill the Oracle. Not that it matters. The Oracle's already done its job. And she'll take out the Lotus opposing her as well. That little poison tick is... It's a 60-turn counter at this point. This game won't last forever. Not a particularly great one, but whatever. Whatever. Now, what are my choices next round? I see plenty of choices next round. Yep, so there is to block and kill the bee, but that's going to get poisoned in the meantime, only for 1 tick. But hey, 1 tick is 1 tick. And what is this exactly? The Palladium Pulse Mage is down to block the bee. No more poison damage from it. And with the mobility cut off, thanks to, well, there's another meta transfer, which lets him, again, cycle one of the cards in his hand to get a higher level version. So it's not quite as good as playing 2 spells, but it is useful. So what do we have here? This thing will get armored 1 and breakthrough. See, that kept the Oracle alive, so I can't even really drop it there. What do we have here? Each enemy creature gets -1 attack. Well, let's drop this here, which will then take this armor 1 and make it useful against you. And attack. Those 2 drop dead. You stayed alive because of that -1. You did not attack. Excellent. So now I've got the board advantage. He's got a tick of poison. Unless he does something to the mage here. Oh, another Techno Smith in order to cycle those cards, power him up faster. But unless this Pulse Mage, unless he does something to it, the Pulse Mage will die and do no damage. So let's see what happens. I'm not going to get any breakthrough, though. Oh, there we go. There's that meta transfer to prevent that from happening. And dead in the middle. So I'm going to drop the Razorback here. And I'm going to put it right there. Now, I'm tempted to put this on it to give it a +2/+2 straight up. But this would make it even better and give it mobility and armor. So now it can float around and deal some damage that way. Alright, we've got some potential damage dealing. We've got another Lotus. We've got some more Aegis Wings. Can give even more armor to my big guy there. And once this thing starts going, it's going to be tough. So unless he has something that can just straight up take him out, which he's only got 4 health, it would not be too difficult to just up and kill him. And he's got a lot of creatures, or a lot of abilities that you see have been lowering my attack so that I can't do as much damage as I would really like to. And I've only got 2 armor, which means it's going to deal 3 damage straight through. That's going to be a lot. Yep, there was the Pulse Mage to give it a -4 attack. Okay, that should have given everything else a plus. Oh, it wasn't attacking yet. Now, let's give it even more armor and move it over 1. And then drop the Lotus down. Boom! Everything gets a +1/+1, and we're just going to keep this going. Hopefully I can keep that dinosaur alive for a while. It looks like I have a second one as well, so I could drop this guy and give stuff even more abilities. And there goes the Pulse Mage. You got the Nexus Pilot in the middle. I told you, it's a fairly decent card to put in the middle. Now, there you go. That's got enough to kill it. It gets a +6 while opposed, and that +6 is going to go through that. Take out the 2 damage. Dinosaur's dead. And even though it did damage, it didn't stay alive for its ability to trigger. So no extra damage that way. Well, what's going to happen? You got another card to play. Hopefully you're not watching my screen, you cheater. No, he's not. I know he's not. Nobody's watching my stream. Nobody ever watches my stream. Yeah, I'm just giving myself bad stuff. Okay, let's see here. Lots of good options available to me. I think I'm going to... This is actually a tough choice, because I could put it here. You know what? I am going to put it here. Oh, dang it. But I want the bee to attack is the problem. And I want to drop both of these, but I want to kill this. I can do this. It'll kill it, but it'll take a lot of damage in the meantime. Now I'll drop the bee here. So I got 2 spots for the bee to go to, if necessary. And there's that wonderful Nanoswarm again. Some Armory Outpost, which is very handy. So I can drop it here and then give both of these a boost. And that poison has been ticking away at him. It's another reason why to rare draft. Generally, the rare cards are a little bit more powerful. There are some junk rares, yeah, but having a bit of rare, just a little bit more power in your cards can hopefully help. Fingers crossed. And he's powering something else up again. Trying to get that power speed advantage going. And that does mean that I can't do the Armory Outpost on it anymore. Oh, and there goes the big guy. No +1/+1s for me. However, this does mean I get to poison him, which is a very unusual choice. So I'm going to move it over for a reason. That way there's 2 spots that it can go to. Do I have anything with aggressive? I don't believe so. I think my best bet would be to drop the Arbiter and Nanoswarm his guy. Even though the Nanoswarm won't really do much to him, it'll just make it weaker. And then my Arbiter can come down, be protected, and if he tries playing multiple spells, that's just not going to happen. As you see, he's got an even bigger poison counter to deal with now. So that's going to cut his turns down even more. He just takes that 4 damage every turn. He's going to have to do something to turn the tide of battle, because right now he's getting fairly overwhelmed. which means I'm fairly happy with this deck so far. I mean, it's only the first game, but it's doing pretty well. What have we here? This is something that gets more power when it attacks and hits me. Fortunately, it does not have aggressive yet, and he's going to power something else up. So this thing I'm going to have to get rid of when I can, which I can. That's been poisoned, so it's going to die before too terribly long. This, oh, actually, that might have prevented him from being able to do that. Let's check the log real quick. He played the Technosmith. Yep, it wiped his hand out, so he could not use the Technosmith's ability. He would have had to have played the Technosmith first. So that effectively is a play mistake for him. Now, there's a couple things I can do. I'm honestly considering, yeah, this guy's going to die next turn before he can attack anyway. This guy's going to die this turn thanks to the attack. So I'm going to drop you right here, and you've got 1 point of armor already, or 2 points of armor already. Now let's give you another +2/+2 so that this is free later on. And I'm going to power through. Now you're going to move over probably and kill the guy preventing you from having more spells in your hand. Which is fine, because it would be much preferable for you than to try to attack this thing and die. Because you will kill that. Oh, you're going to go over to the free spot. Yeah, that's probably even better idea. That's going to open up my Hive Empress, though, unless you can kill one of these this turn. Unless you can do something to prevent these three from attacking, my Hive Empress will be able to poison you even further. And there it is. That's a way to do it. So now this is going to kill him. So the Hive Empress isn't going to do too much. And you're actually going to get larger as you attack. And again, you cast that second instead of first, which you should have done, so you aren't able to actually do anything with it. As you see, if you look in the logs, when they play one normally, there's this, boom, targeting this card. So he plays it, it targets the card and goes. But he hasn't been able to do that the past few turns because his hand gets wiped out when he plays the second card. He is making play mistakes. He should play those cards first. Now, this will kill you and be killed in the process. I want something to block you. I'm going to go ahead and drop one of these to give myself some health. It'll block your attack. We're going to attack right away. And now I'm going to photobomb. So that you can't move, and there's something blocking you from doing any more damage to me. And that's one of the things about the photobomb, is it shuts mobility down. You're stuck in that lane now. There's creatures there. There's creatures there preventing you from doing anything else. Now, again, this first combat, it's going to kill most of my creatures. Just straight up murder them. Nothing wrong with that. Gonna see what he has in store here. Now, personally, my suggestion would be for him to attack, then play some stuff on the 2 squares or 3 squares that open up. We'll see what Viking King here does. No, he's deciding to play first. And, oh, he's going to, I see, there you go. He's going to kill the thing to let that one through. Okay, so that actually does shut down one of my ideas. Ooh, that's problematic. He is starting to make a comeback, and a good comeback at that. Because he's going to be able to move this thing over. I can block both, but not entirely. So what I'm going to do is drop this here. Unfortunately, you're going to die next turn. I wish you died this turn so I could pummel pack. So it would have gotten a 4. But instead, I need to block more damage from this. And I think the best way to do that is going to be to drop this and give you even more attack. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Well, it's dead anyway, so I didn't really have to do it that way. Actually, what I could have done is attacked and then pummel packed. So that's a play mistake on my part. Although that does leave him with some 34 damage on the field as it is. However, look at that little poison counter. It's going to tip, 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 tip. Unless he puts something aggressive here, this has breakthrough. It's going to damage him. Or that. That works too. Although this will still win. Should have put this one over. But that would have died. So. Huh. What is going to happen here? Because I don't think it's going to kill my guy. And if it doesn't kill my guy, then I'm in good shape. Yeah. Because that's going to just kill him now. I do battle, I win. Yep. He figured it out also, so there's the first win. Rock on. First win of the day. Woohoo! See what I get in the pack. I will look at each of the cards individually for you guys again. We've got a Tagori Mender, which just gives a creature or player plus health. Can be useful. The Witherfrost Banshee, which when it's forged, and flank means if it moves. Now, obviously, something has to give it movement. But that's kind of nice that it just straight up damages the opponent. This creature weakens it. The Tundra Watcher is just a generic robot. Blight Witch has regenerate, and this consistent means that it gets shuffled toward the top of the deck. So basically when it gets shuffled, this is one that you're basically going to get when you reshuffle your deck. Generally speaking, it's going to be up near the top, give you more of a chance to do it. There's 30 cards in the deck. Usually there can actually be more. Let's see, if you're rank 2 or higher, deal 6 damage to an enemy creature. This is one that in case you get behind on your levels, or if your game goes a long time, just deals extra damage. And the Blightwalker here, when it deals damage to a creature of its level or lower, they just get destroyed. So kind of useful, but not great. Next round. Cue for the match. And I was taking a look at the prices of these. The various things in the store. Now, as you can see, like I said, $1,300 is your base. $1,300 for $5. And we've already got another round. So, no more talking about that. Ooh, is this a draft-only character? Or draft-only profile account? Could be. SolForge Draft. Excellent. Well then, let's take a look and see what's going to happen here. This is a platinum level character, so he's obviously done more than just drafting. He's gone through ranked, which, as you can see, I'm still only bronze 3. Which is this? Removes... Okay. So we're going to go ahead and wait and see what he does. Possibly nothing. We've got a SolForge Titan. Those are creatures that get... It's a junk creature at the beginning, but you see that 1 armor? It's a 1/1/1. That armor gets really powerful later on. I think it becomes a 10/10/10. I'll check in just a moment. Just checking to make sure my stream wasn't... Alright. There we go. I was just double checking to make sure my stream hadn't been, notified to the ladder yet. Because, I mean, it's about the only place where anyone's going to care. But see... 2020 with a 10 armor. That's pretty powerful and difficult to deal with in draft. So, what do I want to deal with? I can give it a B wings. But yeah, the armor 2 on a B would not be particularly useful. I'm still going to put the B over here and hopefully we manage to do a damage to it. I want Aegis Wings. And it's actually going to be useful here. So, hey, whatever. I got a B with 4 poison. Yay. See, it'd actually be more useful here when... Because this is... Even though I do 4 damage to it, it's only going to get 1 poison. It's only... That's tier 3 where doing more damage gets you more poison. But this does mean that this B could take on his Scrapforge Titan, and win right now. Yeah. Yeah, not particularly useful. But it does have 2 movement as well, which means he practically has to fill the board for me to not be able to get to somewhere I can poison him. Because the movement 2, in fact, did this give me movement 2 or movement 1? See, that gave me mobility 1. So this is important. This is something I did not know in the game. If you already have mobility 1 and you are given mobility 1, instead of just having mobility 1, they add up. So you have mobility 2 now. So I could jump over to here if I needed to. So even if he puts something down that spawns a copy and then puts something here, I can still jump over here and poison him. He'll do a little bit of damage to me in the process, most likely, but it is at least something I can do, I can respond to. And that poison counter, it's not the greatest, most powerful thing, but it can matter. That's just a consistent drip of damage. And poison can be very handy for that. Because even if the poison itself doesn't kill him, the longer the game goes on, the more damage that it racks up, the easier it is for me to kill with other stuff. Hey, Kaelari! Yeah, SolForge going on. I tried Cusk in the previous episode of my draft, and I got a crash pretty much right away, just letting you know. Yeah, I'm still trying to hope that I get more people interested in the game. I'll drop you here, make you even stronger, which is really going to annoy you. And let's see. I'll put this over here. Have fun with that poison counter. Boom. And now this guy can pretty much cross the board. So, although there are only 2 open spots, if he puts creatures in both of those spots, my B will most likely take damage. It was the April 16 release. I'm not sure which version that was. And the bee is dead. Okay, so I'm going to drop the Lotus and hope that it hits all 3 again. I'm going to put it in front of the... Well, I'll put it in front of the 6-2 just to be sure, because those 2 will trade. No, it did not. However, I could put another one down. That'll power that one up for later on. Alright, I might give it a try later on. I also saw that you did an updated version of the official client, which I might want to check out as well. I'm just using the base client right now. Oh, absolutely. I understand how software development can have issues. Kaelari is in the chat right now for those who are watching later. I believe you're pretty much the only one doing any work on the game right now. Is that true, or is the company that made it still working on it? I know the servers are being funded elsewhere. Is the game still in official development at this point? I really hope so. This game is amazing. Okay, what have we got here? Now, you can activate to heal 3 damage from each other friendly creature. I'm going to want to shut that down with a Nano Swarm, because that's already gained the health, but that one can just kind of like a regen effect. That also removes the armor, as you can see, so double up. It's a bit complicated, was his response to that question of mine. And you know what? I'm not even sure I have any robots in my deck. There we go. Arbiter. Of course, it's not actually in my deck right now. So this is a risky play, or I could just get an Electronet. I think I'll just power up my Electronet. Put you down there. Oh, I should have put it over here. Killed that. That was dumb of me. That was a play mistake. Power that up. Okay, next we've leveled up. Which means that guy would have been back in my library. But I see what my next play is going to be, because I can Stygian Lotus and then Armory Outpost. Theoretically. Now we'll see what the opponent does. Yeah, I understand if it's complicated and you cannot or don't want to get into the details of it. I perfectly understand. But I am glad that at least some things... I'm glad the game is still going, and I'm hoping more people get interested. Version... Okay, so your official client update has a bug that sometimes prevents joining games. Fun. But hopefully you've got that fixed in a new version coming soon. Well, next time I do one of these draft videos, I will at least try out your version, the official client update version, and see what happens. To be honest, I like the aesthetics in the official version. I know that your other version is not a official, like, completely polished version. It's still good. I love the detail that it gives you for the draft. I like how it can let you jump between the games more easily. The information is better laid out. I will admit that. It's the whole aesthetics versus functionality, form versus function, artist versus engineer mindset. I have a bit of engineer mindset as well, so I understand how that works. Okay, good. You're going to kill that lotus. That's fine. Your other creatures will remain alive, except for the one that just dropped dead. Anyway, not a big issue. All right. Now, you're doing much better than me this game. Please hit all three. Ah, no. A blank spot. I did not want to see a blank spot. Oh, well. That ought to help clear things out a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a prototype version that you were trying to get functionality before worrying about the aesthetics. Absolutely understand. And it works for the function. Well, other than the fact that I glitched out almost immediately and had to go back to this client. But it's a test client. I tested it out, as I said I would, because I do want to support your efforts. And this is a freebie now, so I'll be able to get the freebie cast there. Oh, you're going to poison the one that's out there. How dare you poison my creatures? And let's go ahead and fill the board again. Boom! Yeah, that Stygian Lotus is kind of nasty for that. Power you up for free, and I still have a spell I can cast. So what's it going to be? Archer doesn't seem to be useful. Honestly, at this point, I kind of want to gain the health. Then let's go ahead and drop the Killer Bee over here. Because the Stygian Lotus will die by my turn. So I'll have two options to move to. Which my opponent might not catch, but probably will. Because I don't think this guy's going to make play mistakes like my previous opponent. Or like I do. Alright, so the cuss version has the one glitch I encountered fixed. At least I hope it does. That's good to know. And as I promised, I am still, trying to get the awareness for this game out here. This is the 4th recording I've done, hence the title of the stream. Oh, one of them. Nice, nice. Of course, mine's higher. Excellent. See, now you're going to die next turn. You're still free, so unless you kill it, which, okay, you put something there to try to poison it, but I hate to tell you this, it's moving. Now, you're obviously going to put something here next turn. But let's put another Killer Bee out to try to mess you up. And, only armor 2. It will survive and kill yours if you don't do something to prevent that. So now we've got some more fun going on. Yeah, good old Killer Bee. Just it's such a nothing card, but once it hits you, that counter starts going, and that little drip of poison, beep, 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 every turn. You have to deal with it at some point. What have we here? I don't think I've seen this guy before. Oh, it's the same one. It's the heal some damage when you activate it. And it gets armor with... Ooh, see, I would have liked to have gotten that card. Oh, well. guess what I can do? I can Nano Swarm it again. Now, the killer bee is going to die. There's no way around it. This one, however, is going to move to freedom. Let's cut that healing off. I don't like that. So you're going to get even more damage dealt to you this turn. Okay, I can drop this to get some more health. I honestly kind of want to pummel pack it. You know what? I kind of want to give you some more armor, but I think my best bet would be... Oh, that's actually tough. Let's go ahead and battle first while I'm thinking. There's that more poison ticks. They just keep adding up. I want to block you because you can do actual damage to me. You're a nothing anymore, so putting a pilot down is not the best idea. This will die. They'll trade, but it'll be something for later. There we go. And there's that little drip feed of poison going on. Kind of want to put the War Tinker out this turn. I've only got the one robot that I know of, but it is useful. Not so much against... Oh no, it would be useful against this deck, depending on the order that he drops his cards in. Don't have much to say at the moment. Sorry about that. Little dead spots in my talking because I am not a professional commentator. Love that poison drip. I love it when it's on someone and not me, because usually it's on me and I don't like it then. Okay, good. He's going to kill my big one. No surprise there. And he's going to make sure the bee dies. No surprise there. Your dude gets poisoned, though, so that thing's not going to last much longer. Okay. In fact, you're going to be dead before you can attack. The only thing I really have to worry about is your 9-1. So something that can stop it. Whatever I put down is going to die there, though. I think my Ridgeback, just to power it up. And I'm going to put my Grove Keeper somewhere else, because I want him on the field and alive. Alright. As you saw, all my cards just disappeared, thanks to his creature's effect there. Which, fortunately, that's dying, because I have my free card here I want to use. In fact, I already kind of know what my next turn is going to be. Kind of depends on his, though. We will see. Looks like I'm clawing my way back up in this fight thanks to the poison counters. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I'm doing much to him. But that poison adds up. Like that little bee sting, that's a 1-1. You think nothing of it. But the fact that it just keeps ticking. Ah, you dropped one of them. Nice, nice. See, now you're getting mean with the things you're dropping. Alright, that's going to be difficult to deal with right now because I don't have my Nano Swarm to take that out at the moment, unfortunately. I really want to put this here just to make sure it happens, but I need to block this. So I'm going to try to do it here. Please hit the middle, please hit the middle. Nope. So I'll put a killer bee in the middle, and I'll power up the bee. So now I've got a 9-9 flying bee. And 2 open spots for it to play with. Even more poison. What you gonna do? Now his elephant there is going to survive, and obviously the thing with 7 armor is going to survive. Alright, so he's blocking the bee. He wants to make sure that bee dies, which, smart thing to do. And all of his creatures heal. Now, I can do damage to this, and it will poison it, so that's probably my best bet. What do we have here? Give a friendly creature +4/+4. I don't have the rush this time. I could... my guy could survive 1 turn, but not 2, so it's not worth dropping it there. I think putting you in front of the elephant would be a good choice to ditch the pummel pack. And that can remove mobility off that, which I don't really care about. I need something to block it, though. You know what? Put the pilot in the middle, do some extra damage. Not particularly good spot that I'm in, and that 3 poison is not actually going to kill the creature there, because all that the 3 poison is going to do to the creature with 7 armor is remove 3 armor a turn. And that I don't like. I honestly think the poison should ignore armor, but that's how it works. It just deals damage, the same as any other type of damage, and if you have armor, it counters the poison, which is a way to counter poison, and pretty much the only way to counter poison, which is probably why it works that way. It's totally understandable. Doesn't mean I like it. As you see, I do have another Stygian Lotus ready to go. And if he puts another creature on that last spot, oh my, he's going to try to take me out with that big creature. And rightfully so. This is hard for me to deal with. As you say, it's good to have an answer to poison. So I can totally understand why it is the way it is. Well, that didn't work as well as I would have liked it to. Again, I want it to hit all of them. It never does. Gotta block that 15. But even if I block the 15, it's going to hit me for that next round. I think I've lost this one. Yeah, Kaelari is confirming. He pretty much thinks I'm dead. If I'd gotten it in all the spots, maybe, but even then, probably not, because I can't kill this. I can't kill this. Those 2 are going to hit next turn. All these are going to hit next turn. I have nothing to stop it, so whatever. Did not win this round. Good match. And there's a level 5 Killer Bee. Sure, now that I'm on level 4. Nothing to power it up right now anyway. Oh well. I pretty much needed 2 Stygian Lotuses that turn to just drop, let them die, drop again. Well, this one's over, so I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit it rather than waiting, because there's no way for me to win. And that's my first loss. So we'll go for the draft. Queue for the next match. 1 for 1. So I'm going to have to ask, is the game in a pretty decent... draft silver. Hey, look, another draft account. Boy, that's going to be fun. These people know what they're doing, and I don't. Is the game... Does it look like the game's going to have a decent future? I have my fingers crossed that the answer to this is yes. Well, fortunately, he's only got 1, so I'll be able to put the Lotus down, and I think I'm going to forge for the pummel pack. Kaelari, is the player base managing to climb up any, hopefully? Fingers crossed. So I'm glad there's people still working on it. I'm glad the servers are still up. This game is too good to let die. It might take a while to get there. Yeah, I understand that. Hopefully it'll last long enough for it to get there. I'm doing my part. I'm getting the word out that this game exists and is good. Yeah, and that's going to do some damage to me at the start of the turn. Of course it will. And let's go ahead and Aether Forge the pummel pack. Alright, that's a fair selection of cards that I have for the next turn. Except I think just based on the cards I'm seeing here, I'm going to be in trouble coming up. And we have a Technosmith, so he's going to be powering something up as well, like I did. So that lets you do any card. So that, and then it's going to deal some more damage to me. I want to use this. I really want to use this. I could throw the Electronet to keep my guy alive, but I kind of want to do this and this instead. Just to make sure I use the augmentation so that it's free later on. So, oh good, another Lotus. It'll help you stop this one. But as you see at the start of my turn, it deals damage to me, guaranteed. That's a fair chunk of damage coming in right away. Is that just mobility? See, now I'm seeing 2 cards with mobility, and he's using, yep, there it is. That's kind of what I was expecting. There's a lot of cards in Tempest that have effects for mobility. And in Draft, I've seen a fair number of them pop up. Come on, hit both of these. Hit both of these, please. Of course not. You're going to go straight over there. Which means I couldn't even do the Armory Outpost. If I'd put it there, it would have guaranteed it. But I'm dumb. And then this one's just going to move over and attack. That's going to get stronger. That's going to move over after it attacks, most likely. So it's going to do the damage, then move over. Except I was trying to get the the formation for that other card, which means I should have put the Lotus there because it would have guaranteed here and here, which meant that this one would have been in formation. Play mistake. Just no way around it. That was just straight up a play mistake. Now, what do we have here? Nothing special. Formation, each creature gets attack. Lovely. Let's do it like this. Let you battle. And photobomb. There. Shut your movement down and have at least a set of defenses across the board. And you'll be able to power up nothing because everything's going to die. Yup. I need to keep you alive somehow, which I can just throw an Electronet and do it. Well, I can't do that anymore, so you're going to die. Well done. Oh, I don't think there's anything for me to throw the Nanoswarm on that would be particularly effective. I think this match is going to be over. This is going to be the end of my draft. Victory Rush. I don't have enough to boost everything. I suppose I could do that. I can throw that on you. Nope, come on. Oh, I can't even Nanoswarm it. I'd have to Electronet that. So that would be a 6-10, and then this would make mine a 14-7. That's going to die anyway. So it's not even worth it to keep you alive. So what I will do is we'll deal with you. We'll make you useless. And let's block the 10. Not my best plays, but did not have a lot of good choices on that one. You're not worth putting down because I don't have any spells in my hand. You're going to have to go somewhere, probably here, to try to stop that, or somewhere where you can survive, like here. This needs to be dealt with, but can't be dealt with this turn. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't have a way to deal with this much attack. He's got the advantage, and I'm out. So, like, I can stop this. And I have to, since it has breakthrough, I need to stop it with as big as possible. And I need to stop you, but the only way to stop you, you're on defense. You can stay on defense as long as I leave you alive. So I can kill you. And I'll do it like this. And you're still going to do 17 damage to me this turn. Then you're probably going to drop 2 more creatures, because of course you can. And I'm probably dead. But at least I can Lotus the entire board now, guaranteed. Boom. And power a couple of them up. Let's see. 4/4. I could keep this. You know what? I'm going to do it here. Perfect. Those 2 are still alive. So that's going to move over 1 now. And smack me anyway. Yeah, Draft Silver's pretty good. Well, he's got draft in the name. That means he knows what he's doing. Like, the last 2 I played against were both draft accounts. Like, no. That, you know, I still don't know what my favorite cards are to do in the draft. I just can't figure out how to make a good draft. Oh, well, I'll learn. This is only my 4th time on record. Besides, once my draft's over, I wanted to do a shorter video today anyway, and this is going to be it for my draft to end. I'll still open the pack I get, because I did get 1 win. Woo! Oh, I forgot that one moved. Dang it! It's 20 damage. I've only got 4 life left. Oh, it is over. Mobility is good because it can do things like that. It just gets around the defenses. No! Stop attacking me! And that's going to hit me. That's game. I can't do anything to stop that from hitting me. Should have Aegis winged it. Oh well. It's even that. This one would have come over and hit me. There's nothing I can do. I'm dead. Because that'll give me 9, and that's going to hit me for 9. That's game. Yeah, he's saying the key is to focus on drafting good creatures and a few good spells. So, which does seem to be that's the thing that usually gets me, are the strong creatures that I can't deal with. And there's a Sonic Pulse. There's one of those good spells he's talking about. Sonic Pulse just straight up weakens all the enemy stuff, makes it hard, keeps your creatures alive, gives you the number advantage on the board. There's game. Well, good draft from Draft Silver there. Good game. That ends my draft today. Let's go ahead and open the pack, see what we get. And I will buy another pack, see what we get out of that one. Howl of Zith. I like this card, actually. Gets stronger the later on, and I've had games that have been won because of late game. Drop a couple of those on the opponent. Shatterbolt gets rid of armor and deals damage. Very handy in draft. Next is Overwatch. You've seen that one. You put it in the center, and it powers up a card. Warbringer. Forge it to make something stronger for that turn only. Another one of those today. Banish a plant from your discard pile. So that can... Oh, it's actually not another one of these. I didn't see one of these earlier. That just... That's deck thinning. That can be useful. And Aquatic Embrace. Give a creature, give a creature, give a creature. Oh, useful. All right, purchase a pack. Yes. And we'll go ahead and open this last one up here. Oh, we got a heroic. Activate. Give a creature -3/-3 this turn. It's only good for that turn, but that can be used to kill creatures. That's always handy. Grapple Vine, we've seen that. To remove mobility, and saw the Ether Wolves earlier. Spirit Fused Shaman, when you gain a rank, just deals damage to the player. Scourge Hydra. When it forges, it deals damage to a friendly creature. And the Scarab, which is actually fairly useful, because you can drop 2 of them down and they have armor. Alright, so 2 heroics that pack. That was a good pack. That's going to be it for me today. As I said, I had a short recording today because I have to take care of things this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed. I will have this uploaded to YouTube. This is a good game. I really want to see more people playing this. Even though it's in a rough spot right now, Kaelari here is working to improve it, and Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Until next time, Internet, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go back to Magna Carta. Unfortunately, tomorrow I should be able to go back to Magna Carta. Oh, that game sucks. Till then, take care and enjoy the games you play.